G'day guys, Josh here. So I got a bit of a highlight from my Armor Nacrasena kill. Well, I'm not sure what sort. I think it's Armor Necessity. Yeah, it is. Kill on Red Sand Desert, and we're going to go through a quick guide on how to do Narcissa, the Giant Scorpion, in the Challenge Guardian raid. So Narcissa, the Giant Scorpion itself, I'm going to tell you guys right now. I think everyone knows how to defeat this Giant Scorpion, and is to basically blow off the tail. So make sure you stock up Whirlwind grenades to get staggered. So basically, the Scorpion as well, to be able to destroy its tail, you gotta dodge, you gotta stagger it, okay? And then the tail goes backwards. The stagger has to be an actual stagger, can't be a counterattack stagger. If it's a counterattack stagger, then it doesn't work. But it's an actual stagger. The tail goes on the ground. You have to target the tail. When the tail blows up twice, so you blow it up once and then you blow it up again, and once it's blown up, you can't use any electrical attacks here. So you see Narcissa here, there's a lot of little electrical attacks and stuff like that as well. So the things you should bring is a Whirlwind grenade. Also bring destruction bombs as well, and make sure you have a lot of destruction kills as well. Flare for the start, and just the elemental HP pot as well. We have all Guardian raids as well. Be aware that you cannot restore your pots. So the pots you've got are the pots you're just going to get, okay? So basically, as you can see here, support's definitely needed if you get hit by a lot of things as well. And essentially what you're doing, the TIE fighter is just basically normally DPSing it, making sure you don't get hit. Narcissa does have the same moveset as well, where it can move backwards, it can put its tail into the ground, and you just got to avoid electrical things on the ground. It also can zap an area twice. It doesn't zap an area 3 times to a certain player. And Narcissa moves around quite a bit, so be aware of that as well. So we'll go through the mechanics as they come up. This is the charge mechanic where you can stagger it. You want to try and stop it from doing its full charge, otherwise it's going to do a big electrical outburst. It does a lot of damage. And you can see here that I'm desperately trying to do it. I saw like a whole bunch of people move away, and I was a bit too late. Got to take a bit of damage there as well. That is generally a stagger check. If you succeed to stagger, basically be on the ground. So what he did just then was the zap check. So he zaps twice at a certain person's location. If you're the one who's being firstly zapped at, just move. This is the one where he puts his tail in the ground. You just have to dodge little void zones, little electric void zones. He does put 8 around him in an isometric direction that you do have to move away from as well. Now, this counterattack here, if you do counter the counterattack, there's a lot of counterattack windows. It does not do anything for the stagger, so you cannot destroy his tail in this instance. He also does a side-by-side tail slash, which you have to do, and he does a lot of, he does also a sludge as well that takes all your MP, which you got to avoid. Now, here comes the stagger check again, which we do succeed. Now, as you can see as well, we'll eventually stagger it. That's the zap once again, and there's the stagger. So you got to target that tail. See that tail at the back? You need to target it with a destruction bomb, which I throw right away. And basically, if you hear a noise, you hear a it means you've done the first destruction, and you can continue on with the fight. Now, at certain percentage points, which I believe is 20%, or after every tail break, he spawns 5 scorpions. You need to kill these 5 scorpions within 20 seconds, okay? Otherwise, they get an electrical field around them, and it makes it really hard to kill them if you're melee. They're very easy to kill. They have no HP whatsoever, so don't worry about it too much. Just blast them, with a couple of moves, and they'll be all dead, okay? I can beat them up in a couple of moves on Guardian Challenge Raid, so most other players should be able to as well. Now, once again, he's putting the tail into the ground. He's going to make sure you dodge the electricity void zones on the ground. If you can do a bit of extra damage, do so, but be aware to make sure you have your space off cooldown so you can dodge it altogether. Now, here's the sludge. So the sludge takes all your MP away, and as you can see here, just like, bugger me, I lost all my MP. And here's the double zap as well. If you get hit by the double zap, you get brought down to very low HP, unless the support has a shield on you. As you can see there, we have a shield. And we are going through this very quickly, as you can see here, because generally she only spawns this when she loses about 20% of her health, or she is staggered and loses a destruction bomb. So you can see here, we're quite ahead at the moment. We're quite ahead. We're doing very good. She also launches out electric discs as well. You may not be able to dodge them. You're going to have to just take the grin and bear it, and grin a bit of damage as well. And pretty much that is the fight. Is also, as I'll be aware, she moves around quite a bit. So make sure you move along with her as well. She doesn't have any really damaging attacks that will hurt you at all. Now, with the destruction success, just an FYI, if you do succeed on destruction twice, she will no longer do any of her electrical moves, which means that the fight becomes significantly easier. So if the electric tail does blow up, the fight becomes so significantly easy, it's not even funny. Now, we should get a bit of a picture of what happens when they stay alive for more than 20 seconds here shortly. They generate electrical field around them like that. So you need to step out of that, because that electrical field does a lot of damage to you as well. So you just need to back out. You can see me there, just flipping back over and handling them with my pistol, because if I go close to them, I'll get myself killed. Anyways, guys, that is basically all of Narcissa's moves. There's nothing too big to really avoid. It's a pretty medium, moderate difficulty one this week for the guide. Just pretty much destroy her tail, stagger her twice with Whirlwind grenades, and dodge the lightning bolts as well. And that's pretty much it. You guys will nail it. And, congratulations on your accessories and stuff like that. Um, any little tidbits and tips that I have as well, just make sure you deal with the scorpions. Don't focus on the boss too much. Make sure you deal with the scorpions as they come, and make sure you destroy the tail. Destroying the tail is very, very important. It nullifies basically over half Narcissa's moves and makes it a lot easier for you. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, and hope you guys have a wonderful day.